Hello, this is Davidji with Unplug Meditation, and let's explore meditation. Why we should meditate, why we would care about meditating, what it actually brings us, how hard is it actually, and what are the benefits. So we have 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thoughts. That's about a thought a second, and they're pouring in. On top of that, between 8 and 15 times a day, we have unmet needs. You know those needs: attention, affection, appreciation, acceptance. 8 to 15 times a day, those needs of the heart are not being met. And what we do with that information, how we translate that information, becomes the fabric of our life. Now, for years I've been talking about this concept of the crisis meditator. And about 10% of meditators have been practicing a long time. 10% are beginners. And that other 80%, they're crisis meditators. A crisis hits and they show up. They don't really meditate. They like meditation. It's fun. It's cool. It's hipster. But they don't really do it because they don't have the time. They're too busy. They're high achievers. They're masters of the universe. But then a crisis hits, and instantly they connect to that stillness and silence that rests within, and the crisis abates, and they stop meditating. So ritualizing our practice is one of the most important things that we can do, and the technique that I developed is known as RPM. Rise, P, meditate. If you can introduce meditation into the earliest part of your day, pretty much put it to the front of your morning rituals, then you'll have it locked in. I would also recommend that you use the special snooze button on your alarm as a meditation timer. But instead of curling up and pulling the covers over your head, sit up. You can keep wrapping your blankie around you, but sit up, hit your snooze button, and now you've got a built-in meditation timer. We know, and science is now confirming, that we can change the physical structure of our brain. We can expand the gray matter in our hippocampus, the part of our brain responsible for learning, memory, spatial orientation. We can shrink our amygdala, the part of our brain responsible for fear, anger, anxiety, and stress. And you don't want to do this? Imagine if every time you went to the dentist's office, as they were looking in your mouth, they said to you, you have a cavity. You need to start brushing. And you went home and started brushing. If the only time you brushed was when the dentist told you you had a cavity, you'd have no teeth left. But if you proactively brush, as we all do, every single day, then you don't get cavities. Same thing with meditation. If you only meditate when crisis hits, then you'll continue to have all those crises in your life. But if we can show up every single day proactively and RPM, or hit our snooze button, and meditate to start our day, to set the trajectory of our day, then crises won't unfold. The day will unfold. Our relationships will unfold with greater grace and greater ease. Meditation has been scientifically proven to lessen our levels of cortisol, adrenaline, and glucagon, which is like eating 5 Snickers bars at once. That's what surges into us the moment we feel threatened or challenged. Meditation has also been proven to elevate our sex hormones, our growth hormones, and our immune system. It makes our blood flow more sweetly through the plasma that's rippling through our blood vessels. It actually raises our threshold of perspiring. So if you're tired of leaning into the frozen food section at the supermarket when you're having a hot flash, or if you're having night sweats, meditation can allow you to naturally cool your physiology. And one of the most powerful things that meditation can give you is patience. Patience is a virtue. It needs to be cultivated. And through the practice of patience comes forgiveness. Through the practice of forgiveness comes compassion. Through the practice of compassion comes love. Self-love and love of others in the world. Meditation's also been proven to create these magnificent spaces where we can connect to stillness and silence. The space between our breaths, the space between our thoughts, the space between our words, the space between our actions, which allows us to be a little more purposeful, a little more impeccable, and raise the vibration of ourselves and everyone around us. By introducing a pattern interrupt into your life on a daily basis, you will become more creative, more expansive, more purposeful, more successful, and more fulfilled. People pay millions of dollars for this, and you have it at the end of your fingertips, at the end of your breath. So let's all make the commitment today. Let's dive deep into our meditation practice, whether that's for 16 seconds or 30 minutes. You choose. But in the meantime, I'll see you in the gap.